Hi everybody in YouTube land. This is a MAV world. Sorry I haven't made any videos in a really long time, what, a year or two or something, I don't know, but it's been forever. Sorry about that. I've really had a lot on my plate, as you will probably see from this video. What is going on is I have severe convergence insufficiency along with having the migraine associated vertigo and the regular classical migraine, and I have auditory processing issues. uh, Last time I was checked for auditory processing disorder was 2008, and my test was 1 point above having the full-fledged disorder. It's just extreme lower end of quote normal, but enough to be called issues. The audiologist's words, not mine, but right on the border. One number lower, it would be classified as APD. So I've got all of this at once, and so I'm right now in vision therapy to slowly try to fix as much of the convergence insufficiency as possible. I just finished 1 month of it. I started on June 1st, finished 1 month of it, and I have roughly 2 more months to go. Convergence insufficiency is when the eyes do not go in together as is required for near work, and also is required for realizing your place in space. Things like depth perception really require an adequate amount of convergence of your eyes. And when you go online, you find a lot of studies and whatnot about it relating to kids, but if it's not caught and treated in childhood, it can and does go on into adulthood, and it makes reading and writing print really difficult and really painful and really exhausting. You get double vision, you get headaches, you get blurred vision, you get dizziness and vertigo, and that is on top of my migraine associated vertigo and the classical migraine thing that I have going on. And I didn't do vision therapy earlier because, for one, I didn't have an insurance that covered it. Second, I had a very hard time going the roughly 70 miles one way to the nearest vision therapy clinic to even get treatment, because I kept getting really bad motion sickness because of the combination of the convergence insufficiency and the migraine associated vertigo together. Now, what apparently is going on with me right now is my convergence insufficiency problems are setting off my migraines, so that when I read and write for very long at all, I get either MAV or regular migraine headaches for doing it, because it is so much work for me to try to read and write in print. And so I end up going to Braille as much as possible, but Braille takes a long time to learn, especially the what's called literary Braille, which is 100 and I think it's 189 contractions memorized by touch, and then there's a lot of rules and exceptions and whatnot to those contractions. So it's been a really rough road. one problem I've noticed with convergence insufficiency is just like migraine associated vertigo, very few doctors have heard of it, and I had to type up a letter to my primary care doc before going in to see her, explaining I really have been diagnosed with this by an optometrist. I really am in vision therapy, and giving her some information on what exactly this is and why I am concerned about my convergence insufficiency triggering my migraine associated vertigo and classical migraine both. And how I'm noticing that my trying to do print, reading and writing, is making me really sick from the migraines. So, in the MAV, of course. Also, I had run into a problem with my headache specialist because she, even though I was very vocal that I have convergence insufficiency and explained really well what was going on, she kept dismissing it like it was a non-issue. Just completely blew it off. And eventually my CI issues, convergence insufficiency issues, got to the point that I was no longer able to get in to see her because with the motion sickness that I get from the CI and whatnot, and I'm noticing that my CI was getting worse and worse with time, it was making it more and more difficult for me to even get over there. And then I had to struggle with my primary care doctor to even get a referral to see her. It's just really, really hard. So after a while, I just kind of gave up and tried to tough it out and struggle it out on my own. Luckily, we just got a new vision therapist and treatment facility for vision therapy in my city. So I no longer have to go the roughly 70 miles one way to go to vision therapy, or else I probably wouldn't be able to do it because of the motion sickness. I can tolerate shorter bus rides and walking and whatnot than I can taking long Greyhound trips and long public transportation trips, 70 miles or more. Um, so anyway, it's been 1 month down of vision therapy and 2 months more to go. And from what I have gathered, there's around a 95% success rate for vision therapies in adults. So it looks like there's a very good chance that this will lead, if not to a cure, at least to it being, the convergence efficiency being greatly improved. Um, Also having auditory processing issues where it's bad enough to be called issues, but it's not the full-fledged disorder. It's really bad having that when you also have the migraine disorder going on and you have the convergence insufficiency together with it. I cannot lip read because of what's going on with my vision, and sign language, if it's done for very long at all, makes me physically ill because of the whole CI thing going on. And it just, it's hard. I have to, especially if there's any background noise going on at all, I have to ask people to repeat themselves. And like I said, my last test for APD was in 2008, and it has not been easy for me to go to get retested. Not that many people can even do the test for auditory processing disorder. It's not a typical audiologist. You have to get someone with a higher degree of audiology than just a typical audiologist to be able to get the test for that. So basically it's going to be a matter of deal with my convergence efficiency matters first with vision therapy. After that, do physical therapy to treat the back sprain issue thing going on. because my previous attempts at dealing with physical therapy were not successful because my convergence insufficiency vision issues kept getting in the way. It's really hard, and also of course the CI triggering the migraines and MAV. It's really hard to do physical therapy on a consistent enough basis when your severe convergence insufficiency is triggering your migraines and your MAV. It's really, really hard to do those exercises when you're sick a lot. Really hard. So it wasn't really a failure, but it wasn't really successful because of the CI getting in the way. So I see a neurologist in about another week or so here in my city to try to figure out something to do to try to get those migraines more under control so that I can get to the vision therapy and then figure out what to do after vision therapy is over. As far as the whole migraine MAV thing is going, it's going to be interesting. And also it's going to be very interesting to see how much my vision is improved after vision therapy is over, and how much my depth perception is improved, and see how well I can read and write without getting getting sick for doing it. Be interesting to see how that all turns out after the rest of vision therapy is finished. So, having severe convergence deficiency and having it apparently directly connected to my MAV and migraines has made it pretty much virtually impossible for me to keep up with comments in my YouTube videos, keeping up with print on my channel page, and etc. Thankfully, YouTube has apparently added a feature where they transcribe prints into captions, because before I was trying to put that in myself and it was setting off my convergence insufficiency - migraine MAV issues. And so I had to completely give that up because it was making me so sick, physically sick. Also, one problem I'm really finding with having migraine and MAV and CI and auditory processing issues all tied into one is discrimination, and people really not understanding what is going on with me and what it's really like to be in my shoes having all of this going on in the same body. They just cannot relate. The blind people consider me fully sighted, although I'm not. Until vision therapy is over and my CI is more resolved, I'm not, because of what's going on with my depth perception and my inability to read and write without all kinds of heck for doing it. Vision issues and stuff, I'm really not. But because I have 20/20 eyesight with glasses, they think I am. The deaf and hard of hearing consider me fully hearing, although my auditory processing issues keep getting in the way of that. So, a lot of people don't understand. Really, they don't. And I'm hoping eventually I might help raise awareness of CI and migraines and migraine-associated vertigo and auditory processing disorder - issues. So, anyway, that's what's really been going on, and thank you for everybody for sticking with me, and have a great day, everybody, and you take care. Talk to you later. Bye.